begin this afternoon at the presidential office, President Lee Jae Myung is gearing up for a busy week, first attending the ASEAN Summit in Malaysia and then hosting the APEC Economic Leaders Meeting in South Korea. His office just announced the details. Our presidential office correspondent Song Yoo-jin is on the line with us for the latest. Yoo-jin.
Right, Do-yeon. So National Security Adviser Wi Sung-lac briefed reporters this morning describing the coming week as a, quote, super week of multilateral diplomacy. Now, as expected, President Lee will first travel to Malaysia on Sunday to attend the ASEAN Summit, a quick trip as he'll return to Korea the very next day. First, take a listen to what the National Security Advisor had to say on the significance of the president's participation.
President Lee's first ASEAN Summit will serve as an opportunity to elevate the annual $200 billion trade and over 12 million people-to-people exchange between Korea and ASEAN. His trip will also strengthen cooperation in sectors like AI and enhance joint responses to regional challenges such as online scam crimes.
So on its first evening, the president will have dinner with members of the Korean community in Malaysia. And then Monday will start with a bilateral summit with Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet, focusing on strengthening their strategic partnership and most of all, joint efforts to combat online scam crimes, an issue that has really been making headlines here in South Korea for weeks. He'll then attend the South Korea ASEAN and ASEAN Plus 3 summits, which include Japan and China, before holding talks with Malaysia's Prime Minister Anwar bin Ibrahim ahead of his return flight in the afternoon.
Right, and once the president's ASEAN trip wraps up, eyes will turn to Gyeongju, where he will chair the APEC Leaders Meeting for this year.
You're definitely right, and the ASEAN Summit is just the start because in Gyeongju, the president's calendar is packed with back-to-back summits involving South Korea's key partners.
Through summits with the United States, China and Japan, we'll complete the fastest ever round of reciprocal visits with Washington, restore relations with Beijing through the first Chinese state visit in 11 years, and sustain positive momentum with Tokyo by meeting Japan's new Prime Minister early in her term.
So President Lee will have his second in-person meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday afternoon as part of President Trump's state visit to South Korea. And his first summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping will take place on Saturday afternoon after the two-day APEC Leaders Meeting ends. And another closely watched moment will be the Trump-Xi summit scheduled for Thursday morning, as the White House announced earlier. Now, when asked about Yi's one-on-one with Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, Wi said that both sides are working to set a date. And during his Gyeongju trip, President Lee is also expected to meet Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and several other world leaders. Now, after returning to Seoul on Saturday night, he'll host Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong for an official visit on Sunday. Back to you, Do-yeon.
All right, thanks for that, Yoo-jin.